Just a tough loss. It was kind of I think a tale of two halves really. So I thought we were playing really good football up until about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Seemed everything was going pretty much right, and then we had that near miss and didn't quite get the safety, and it seemed like everything went wrong for about a quarter and a half. Tough third quarter. I felt tough end. They got a big touchdown right before having a field goal on the last two possessions, then a couple scores starting out the third. I thought the third quarter was a tough quarter, and I thought we started to come back. I thought there late third, early fourth, and got it to within 5 there, and then had a critical, I think, penalty on third down where they allowed them to keep the drive alive. They did a good job on fourth down. We had a lot of drives that that they went 4 on fourth and got, and I don't know if that led to 24 or 17 points on those drives, but it seems like every time on fourth, there's something we'll work on some more this week. But those fourth down conversions really helped them and allowed them to keep some drives alive. I tell you, man, you can't ever blame a play, but yeah, it seems like in retrospect, just looking back at it, Alex, it seems like after that, it felt like everything was pretty much going good there through the first 2 quarters. I felt like we were up 21-7, had the pick by Joe, weren't able to capitalize on that drive, but then had them back down. It looked like we might have had a safety there, and then they hit a big play and scored a touchdown. Got a fourth down conversion, then scored a touchdown. Their first touchdown came on a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and bang, that's 14 points. And then they capitalized the end of the half with a field goal and had a couple other fourth quarter conversions that led to more scores. So just but I would say after that play, it seemed like the last 4 minutes of the second quarter and that third quarter I thought was our worst quarter of the season. It didn't seem like anything went right in the third quarter till the very end. So it was a weird game, but certainly give North Texas credit. They did what they had to do to win the ball game.
So what were some of the more critical things that you saw mistake-wise that you feel like need to be primarily?
Well, you can always, but just we got to make sure we keep our eyes on our man. That's one big thing, and we also, we had a couple of times where we're fitting in the gap there, and just like 2 ships passing in the night. They had big fourth and short conversions. So those are things defensively, offensively, just always execution. That's something as coaches and players we just got to continue to get better. That's our journey. And it's that's the beautiful thing about football. It's always it's a team game. It's a we game, and we just got to get better. And but we I thought we played hard. And proud of the effort. We just got to execute, and that's kind of our charge.
It's always a flow of game thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like looking back, maybe you got away from Ito a little bit?
He. I think Tim. He probably didn't have as many touches as he needs to have. I think that's we'd certainly like to. He capitalized when he did get the ball. So at the end of the day, I'd say would have liked to have him touch the ball a few more times, and always. And you can never have Ito touch the ball too much, but sometimes you have to take what they give you too.
Yeah. What do you think about the play of Alontae Stagger?
Zay made some big plays. He did. He came up and made big plays. I thought, Ito and Zay were 2 guys that we thought were our players of the game. We gave it to Ito, but I think it was either one could have been player of the game. I thought Corey Robertson did some good things blocking on the perimeter and catching the ball. He played really well. So, again, Stagg made some tremendous plays when he got the ball. Almost had a near miss, on another one. Had a great catch down the sideline. I felt like they were kind of pulling on him, and he made a great catch there. But had one where he went up and just made a tremendous catch twice. So great game by Staggs.
Who else was the players?
Defensively we went with Jomez. Joe was a guy that I thought he played well, had a lot of tackles, had a big pick. Also special teams with Wydell Flight, the freshman out of Mobile. Wydell had a big hit on the kickoff and kind of set the tempo there early for us, and so those were our guys.
Looking forward to this game, is there any similarities between North Texas and San Antonio?
Well, they're both good football teams, and that's conference play. We're playing, two good football teams right off the bat in conference play. Both of them are good teams. Both of them are athletic football teams. I said that last week. Both of them, have players at skill positions and on the line. So, again, another big challenge. But I worry about us and us alone. So we just got to go to work and keep executing and getting better.
That being said, one week you get the conference's top offense, the next week you get the conference's top defense. That's quite a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, we got. I think it's. But hey, we got to play them, so it doesn't matter when you play. It's the next game, and that's why it's the biggest game. The next game. So we understand we're playing a good football team. I said the same thing last week. Everybody might think it's just coach talk, but we know we got a good football team. We got to play this week.
Anybody come out of that game where you're worried about the availability?
We've been a little bit banged up. We got some guys healthy, but we have some more guys banged up. So we'll see. Tim, I'll probably know better on Wednesday exactly who'll be available. But you know what I'm saying, we got some bumps and bruises, but it's the middle of the football season, that's to be expected.
What did you think about the safety after you looked at it?
It's real. It's the view I have, it's real close. I kind of need to see the it's one of those calls that's kind of touch and go. It's close, and it's you look at it, I don't want to say one or the other, but certainly part of the hits, but it's whether it's the wrist or I don't know if the rules the elbow's got to be down or if the wrist is okay, but it's close, so I can't say.
Kind of words of encouragement for the defense after starting off 3-3 and now to start the game, and then it kind of just takes it down.
And again, we'd had a lot more stops too, but it seems like fourth down. If you look at it, there were a few plays they made, but again, 4th and 2 or 4th and 1, we're really there. We just kind of run by the guy, And the guy runs by us in the gap, and goes for a long gain. And then you look at another where he's kind of flushed, and we kind of go inside, and that's a sack, and it's the end of the series there. And that's 14 points, which is big. And then there's 2 more 4th down conversions that I think might have led to either 10 or 14 more points. So I think fourth downs were tough on us Saturday. Again, it was they took the gamble, and on a couple of them I was wanting them to go for it on 4th. I was hoping they would go for it on 4th because I thought we were going to get them in the backfield, and we just didn't get them. So it's part of football, and we gotta just regroup and get back to work.
I know teams are different from year to year. Last year's team, this year's team, and it's early in the season, and it's almost like the back against the wall type of game, like last year with Louisiana Tech. Are you looking forward?
Well, every game, like I said, it's the next game, and we'll count those poker chips up at the end. You know what I'm saying? It's football's a long, tough season. It always is. I always say we're not real smart getting into this coaching profession, but it's a long season, and we just got to go fight. We got to keep playing, and each game's a new game and new challenge. And like I said, we'll November the 25th or the 26th or whenever it is, then we'll count them up, and our guys know that we got to get back to work and get ready for the next opponent.
Back to this week, what is UTSA doing that's got them 3-0?
I just think they're playing physical football. I think they're again, they've been very good on defense this year and offense. I mean, they're a team that and I say this, Alan, I think they have good players at their skill positions. They're good up front. They're a team that is playing with a lot of confidence. And, they're a football team that, again, athletically is a good football team. So had a big win against Baylor starting off the season, then beat Southern and Texas State. So, we know we've got a good football team. But, again, in our conference, we're going to, I think you're seeing a lot more teams with winning records and playing good football than in previous years. And I think we know it's a good, tough conference, and we got to be ready to go.
Do you pay much attention to their game against Southern University, common opponent?
You pay attention, I think, Jason, to all of them. I don't think you can. I think the reality is they'll watch our games. We'll watch all four of ours. We watch all three of theirs. But I don't think there's one game that really sticks out as the game to watch. But, we certainly know they're playing good football right now.
Coach, you guys, last two games have scored on the opening drive. Just how important is that and encouraging is that?
Well, that's good. Certainly we want to score on the opening drive and all that drives in between. But it's good to get off to a fast start. It certainly helps us. And I thought we got off to a fast start. I thought up until 4 or 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, I thought offensively and defensively we were doing some good things and playing good football. But again, we had about a quarter and a half slide there, which was without doubt our worst quarter and a half of the season.